Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading for Virgo. This is your finance reading. Now, today is the 19th of August while I am recording this. Whenever it falls into your feed is when it's likely to be relevant. It is a timeless reading. As it is collective, it will not resonate for everybody, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check out your other placements and you may find a message in there for you. If you do like the message today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anybody that needs to hear it. So let's get into this reading for you then. Let's get you some cards. So Spirit, can we get some cards for Virgo for their current financial circumstances? And you're throwing them out at me. Right, I'm going to put you there. Because there's a reason you've come out in those positions. Okay, so overall then we have the Four of Pentacles for you. Now that Four of Pentacles is telling me that currently you are fearing financial loss a little bit, and you're also thinking that you know, if you do run out of, if you do lose money, you could be a little bit lonely. You are really trying to hold on to what is important in life, and you are trying to remember that, money doesn't bring you happiness. It's not money that makes you happy. It's the people around you. But you are worried that if you, don't have a better income or a better source of income, that you may be a little bit lonely. Now, in your current finances, we do have this Queen of Cups. That Queen of Cups is telling me that you are very philosophical when it comes to money. And you do dig deep and you think quite a lot about what you need to be doing with it and how you need to be looking after it. Let's get some clarification on that. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, so the eight's in the reverse, the wheel's in the upright. We also have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands to clarify that Queen of Cups. Right, so that Eight of Swords then is telling me that you are aware that funds are quite tight at the moment. You are trying to examine where to free them up, but you're not being very successful with it at the moment. Potentially you have already freed up what you possibly can, and you're just trying to rein it in as much as you possibly can. That Ten of Wands is suggesting to me that you also feel that money can be a bit of a burden. Maybe you feel like it's very much, if you've got money, people might want it. You might be more in demand if you've got money. That could be why you feel like if you haven't got money, or if you've lost some, you might actually be lonely because people might not want you around as much. Where at the moment, if you've got a bit of money, you feel quite burdensome because you might have a lot of people around you that might be after your money. It could also be very much that you feel that maybe not having money is a massive burden because you're always trying to make ends meet, trying to scrimp and save your way around and make sure that you've got enough to cover everything. With that wheel then, it is also telling me that you potentially like to try and spread your investments out. So you could potentially very much put your investments in different places, try and make sure that you're not losing too much money in one place. Maybe you're trying to maximize investments that way. And with that Nine of Pentacles, you are very much considering that when money does come in, it comes in big chunks. and that you need to make wise choices, and you feel that luck can be very good when this money does come into you. So it may be that you've just come into some money, or money is on its way into you, with it being in this current position. So it could very well be that that could be what might be a bit of a burden. You might feel like you don't need to look around and scrimp and save at the moment, purely because you've got this lump sum that's come in, but you need to be wise with your choices. And then, like I say, with that wheel, you're trying to spread it out. It could even be that you're trying to spread out your investments, and you're still trying to scrimp and save, but you can't really make much more money appear from anywhere. You're doing everything you possibly can because you've got a vast knowledge of money behind you, with all those, financial philosophies that you're dealing with. Now, in the blockages, we've got a 10 of Cups and we've got an 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords has come out in a bit of a challenge position. So that 10 of Cups then is telling me that potentially you are very much including a lot of other people with regards to your money, and that you spend money on them because you know that money has a good effect, or your money has a good effect on other people. So you could very much be letting other people influence your spending, and you could very much just be spending a lot on others. This 8 of Swords again is telling me about you examining your funds. In fact, it's exactly the same card, but it is quite challenging to free up money where you can. Again, potentially because there's not much you can free up, and you're trying everything you can. Right, let's get some clarification on those. That was an awful shuffle. I think Spirit's just trying to say we've got to read all of these cards, but it's just too many, Spirit. Pretty sure you could probably find a couple of cards just to sum those up. One more. Two more then. So we've got that Queen of Cups again. Just reiterating about your philosophy. So maybe some of your philosophies are holding you back with regards to money. We also have the Moon card, the 6 of Cups, and a Knight of Wands. So very much that Knight of Wands is telling me that you could be a little bit impulsive when money's coming in as well. Possibly with regards to you buying for other people, so that doesn't really serve you very well at all. You do concentrate on what makes you feel good. You could be somebody that likes to spend money on others because it makes you feel good, which is possibly why you've gotten to hear about, you spending money on other people gives them a good feeling. You might be very well somebody that likes to give because you like the feeling of what it does for you when you give. It could be that you like a lot of appreciation potentially, and it could very well give you some sort of satisfaction, and it could make you happy when you're giving to others and making them happy. The Moon card is telling me that you are very aware that some dreams don't take much money at all. So you're very aware that you can do things on the cheap side. You don't dream big with money, and I think that's why you spend money a lot on other people, because you're happy to dream small. You're happy to very much just accept what comes in for you because it's what makes you happy, and you're not somebody that expects a lot. You're very much somebody that you're happy to just have what you've got. Now, one of your core beliefs that contributes to this blockage, we've got this 6 of Wands. So that 6 of Wands is very much that you look at people that are successful already and you try and emulate their success. It's very much you want to learn from them, and it could very well be that people you see as being successful look after a lot of other people, and it could very well be that your particular financial philosophy is more that you you may be very much in one of those states of mind that you see people that are successful as people that are generous and giving, and you feel that that's what you need to be doing. Let's get one more card, please, Spirit. So we've got the Chariot and the Ace of Swords that's come out to the side, and we also have a Judgment card that's come out in the upright to clarify that. So that Judgment card then is telling me that you're aware that finances will get better, but you're also aware that you shouldn't be spending more than what you're earning. So you are very much trying to keep that under wraps, which is potentially why you're trying your hardest to cut where you can, because you want to spend a bit more, but you know that you can't because you need to make sure that you're not spending any more that you're earning. The Ace of Swords is suggesting that you need to choose allies wisely and choose how you're going to make that money wisely. And it is suggesting that you do struggle with that sometimes. Maybe you've got people in your energy that maybe if you're in business with them, maybe they like you to fund everything, but you don't really see the returns. It could very well be that maybe you're in a job where you put in a lot of effort, but other people don't put in the same amount of effort around you, so you could be struggling there. And it might be that you are then finding that it's actually not a particularly joyful job to be earning that money in. So, you know, you might be considering moving to somewhere else, but you're having that very much that decision of, is it going to be the best place for me? What do I do? The Chariot is telling me that your chosen path is going to be the right one, but again, you're struggling to decide what path that is. So it is very much that you know that when you make a decision, it is going to be the right decision for you. It's just making that decision. So you are hesitating a little bit, you're second guessing yourself a little bit, you're not 100% sure what is the best decision for you. But at the moment, might be because you're spending on other people. It could very well be that you've got other people influencing you as well, which could be why you're getting confused on what is the right path, because you might have people twittering in your ear trying to convince you that their way is the best way. Now, what you can currently do to help your funds, we've got an Empress and we have a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. That Wheel of Fortune then is telling me again that, so it's telling me this time that you need to stop spreading your investments. So up here, where you are currently spreading your investments, you need to stop doing that. Potentially find one thing and concentrate on that. Potentially stop investing into things completely. You know, if you're putting money into things, it's suggesting stop doing that. You know, like I say, either find one thing and run with just the one thing, or just stop investing it, put it in a high interest savings account instead, and leave it there for a while you make certain decisions on other things that you need to do. That Empress is telling me that you need to start looking at your end goals, not just your objectives. So you may be looking at doing your mini objectives, but what's your end goal? You need to make steps towards getting that end goal. Let's get you some clarification on that. So at the moment, you could very well be, spending money on other people to make them happy. You could very well be getting influenced on them. But what's your end goal from it all? Let's get some clarification on that. Yeah, how does spending on those people help? Where does that get you long term? Maybe you feel like you're investing in people, and that could be why you're spending so much money on them. Okay, so we've got a Seven of Wands, an Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil. Now, the Seven of Wands and the Devil card have come out to the side. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright. That Seven of Wands is very much saying that, again, you need to look at what's draining your funds and try and cut spending there. So even though you've tried to do it and it's been hard, You know, this is telling me that there is still some wiggle room somewhere. It can be very challenging, but there's definitely somewhere extra that you can cut some funds out. It could even be having something to do with spending money on other people, and you could just be needing to cut funds out from there. That Devil card is telling me that you are channeling your energy. You need to be channeling it into one direction. So again, where you're looking at where you've been trying to spread your investments, again, it's putting it into one direction instead of splitting it all over the place. Now that could be your money, that could be your energy as well. Could be whatever you're doing for work. So if you are doing 2 jobs, you know, it's suggesting that you just channel all your energy into one, and that will help quite a lot. There is a suggestion that you could find that quite challenging, but it is something where it is telling me that you do need to, you know, potentially take one direction on it. You need to stop investing in so many different things. That Ace of Pentacles is telling me that a new opportunity is coming your way. Now that could be a raise or it could be a new job. So that is something where it's telling me that you potentially, what you could channel all of your energy into is something that is brand new. So a new job or a potential raise that could be coming in for you could help you channel it just into that one thing. Because if you get a raise, generally, you know, if you get a good raise, generally that comes with a promotion, doesn't it? So you might end up having to expend more energy into that. Now, if you do manage to channel your energy into one thing and you manage to cut down on your spending more than what you are at the moment, we do have this 9 of Swords as an outcome. Now, that is very much sitting to the side. So it is telling me that your finances are going to improve, but you are going to find it quite challenging to stop dwelling on money that you may have already lost in the past, or you may lose some money and it's annoying you. You might be doing a lot of overthinking about that money and how you can try and regain it, but it is telling me that your finances are going to improve in the future. So let's get some clarification on that. Okay, so we've got lovely. We've got a Page of Swords and we've got a 4 of Wands coming out in the reverse. We have a High Priestess, an Empress, and an Emperor coming out to the side. Now, the Empress and the Emperor are divine counterparts. So I know this isn't a love reading, but it could potentially have something to do. Your finances could improve because of a partnership. Now, that could be completely far-fetched in this reading because I'm not reading for love, but it could have something to do with divine counterparts. Okay, it very well might not, because in finance readings they do mean something else, but it's not very often I will get both of those cards coming out together. We do also have a 4 of Wands as well. Now it is in the reverse, but that in a love reading, 4 of Wands, an Empress and an Emperor, you know, that's generally long-term, stable, happy relationship, kind of marriage material sort of thing. Like I say, this isn't a love reading, but it does indicate that this could potentially have something to do with, you know, a relationship that could help your finances improve. However, just going purely from finances, we are looking at, so that if we go with the High Priestess then first, the High Priestess then is telling me that you need to spend wisely. It could be very challenging because it's also suggesting that you might want to give to charity as well. So spending wisely and giving to charity, you obviously need to have the funds to give to charity. That's something that you may struggle with because you may not find that you've got the money for it. From the look of it, you also like to impulse buy, because over here we had something saying that, you know, about impulse buying. Or was it up here? Impulse spending. So yeah, so you could find that that little bit of impulse spending could very well cause you to, oh yeah, it was the Knight of Wands, your impulsiveness. It could cause you to have a few issues with spending wisely, because obviously sometimes your impulsiveness makes you spend irrationally. Now that Empress then, again, we had the Empress earlier. I'm sure we had the Empress earlier. We did have the Empress earlier, telling you again to look at achieving your goals, not just the objective. She's over here. But again, it's something you are going to find a little bit of a challenge. The Emperor is telling you to help people in need. Again, something you could find challenging. This could have something very much to do with this High Priestess. So where, giving to charity, it could be very much that you need to help somebody in need. That could be your charitable act, but whatever it is going to be a little bit challenging to you, possibly because you may feel like you don't have the money, or you don't have the energy to, or you don't feel that it's in your long-term goals to do that. This Page of Swords then is very much telling me that you are looking for ideas on how to improve your finances, but you need to try and be careful with that. You need to make sure that they are secure and stable ideas. It is suggesting that you may not be looking in for those new ideas as much as you want, or it could even be that there's not any point in looking for new ideas because you've actually already got the idea, or you've already got the methods that you need in order to improve your finances. This Four of Wands is telling me that you won't be spending on yourself as well. So it could very well be that you stop spending on yourself because you need to help somebody else, and you could find it a massive challenge to do that, especially when you are trying to look at how to achieve your long-term goals. It could very well be that you feel that helping somebody isn't going to achieve your long-term goals. So, your long-term goals could have something to do with investing in yourself. But in order to do that, you obviously need to spend on yourself if you're going to invest into yourself. So this could very well be that you need to put a stop to spending on yourself, and that you need to help somebody else, because we do have, like I say, that giving to charity as well. So yeah, so it could very, very well be challenging. It could even be that this Emperor could be somebody that wants some help from you, but you shouldn't be giving it to them, because it's coming out with the side. So it's either way. You either need to help somebody and you don't want to help them, or somebody wants your help and you need to not help them. It could very well be that you may have people in your energy that expect you to help them when they're running low on stuff. And it could very much be that you need to start saying no to them, because sometimes people won't learn unless they have to do it on their own, and they just rely on you. I've known people before where, they might ask somebody to lend them some money. They'll go out, spend all of their money on whatever they want, and then when they're low at the end of the month and they've got a bill coming up, they'll ask their parents to cover it for them, because they know their parents will cover it, but they don't give the parents the money back, and then they'll do exactly the same thing the next month, because they know, again, their parents are going to bail them out. So they never ever learn to look after their money properly. So if you've got somebody in your energy that's doing that to you, you need to not help them, because they're not going to help themselves. By all means, help them learn to budget, help them learn how to manage their own money, but don't give them money. Right, let's get you some Angels of Abundance cards as well. Let's see if Spirit has got any more messages for you. Okay, so we've got cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one else can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnership, you can accomplish anything. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take the divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So that's what I mean, but with that Page of Swords, you don't need to look for ideas to improve your finances. You've already got them. You just need to follow them. Moonlighting. You could start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. And God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation, rather there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Okay, I hope that has given you some good ideas on how you can improve your financial situation, Virgo. Good luck with that, and thank you for joining me.